Hi there, my name is Nibha. If you have been through my Power App series, welcome back. If you are new here, I teach Microsoft Power Platform in a way that's actually easy to follow. So, there is a high possibility that someone in your office is copying data from a spreadsheet and pasting it into another one by hand every single day, and someone else is sending the exact same email with same subject line, same body every Monday morning, and someone is manually updating a status column in SharePoint after checking their inbox after someone sent an email that was triggered by a form someone else filled out. So, all of that, your computer can do it automatically for free without you touching it. That's what Power Automate is. And in this series, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. So, in this video, we'll cover what exactly Power Automate is, the three types of flow and when to use one, how trigger and actions work, and three real world automations that you can picture yourself using tomorrow. So first, what exactly Power Automate is? So this is how Power Automate interface looks like. So Power Automate is a tool from Microsoft that let you automate repetitive tasks without writing any code. So you can think of it like a set of instructions you give to your computers. You can say that when this happens, do this, and that's it. For example, when someone submits a Microsoft form, send an email with their answers, or every Monday at 9 a.m., post a reminder message in your Teams channel. So you are not programming anything, you are just connecting your app together and telling them what to do. Now, the question is what kind of apps you can connect to your Power Automate so that you can automate tasks. So there are over 1,000 connectors that can integrate with Power Automate to automate your task. For example, SharePoint, Teams, Outlook, Excel, Dropbox, Twitter, etc. If your company uses Microsoft 365 license, you already have access to Power Automate. You just have to log into the Microsoft account, then just click on this nine dot, and you will able to access all your licenses. Now, Power Automate has three types of flow: cloud flow, desktop flow, and business process flow. So, cloud flow is the one where we are going to spend most of in this series, and cloud flow run in the background in Microsoft Cloud automatically. So, you don't need to have your computer on, and you can actually set up once and it runs forever. The second type of flow is desktop flow. So desktop flow is basically automate things on your actual computer screen. For example, like clicking a buttons, copying from a legacy system, filling in a web forms. You may not understand everything I'm talking about, but you can think of it like a robot that watches your screen and does exactly what you do. So this is something called RPA, robotic process automations. We'll come back to this later in the series. The third type is business process flow. So this basically guide people through a step-by-step process. Uh, you can say like a checklist that enforces few stages. This is more useful for team manager and process owners. We'll touch on this too. For now, we are going to discuss Cloudflow, and honestly, Cloudflow alone will change how exactly you work. Now, let's understand how triggers and actions work in Power Automate. So, every single flow has two core parts that is called trigger and actions. So, trigger are basically when this happens. For example, you can say when someone submit a form or when a file is added to a particular folder, when the clock hits 9 a.m. on Monday. So the trigger is always the starting point, and nothing is going to happen until the trigger fires. And the actions are do this. For example, send an email, create a SharePoint item, post a team message, copy a file, and upload a record. You can have one or multiple actions in your Power Automate, and they can run on sequence or one after the other. Now let's understand this with few example. So the first example is auto email on SharePoint items. For example, imagine you have a SharePoint list, maybe a leave request list like the one we built in the Power App series. And every time someone added a new request to that list, you want to receive an email. And here is what that look like in Power Automate. So the trigger is when an item is created or modified in our SharePoint list, and the action is send an email, and that's it. Two step, and now forever every time someone added leave request, you get an email automatically. You don't have to be watching the list. You don't have to check anything again. We are going to build this exact flow in the next video, but for now, just notice how simple the logic is. One of the most used example is save email attachments. For example, you receive invoice by email, and every time an invoice comes in your inbox, you have to open the email, download the attachment, go to the OneDrive, find the folder, and then save it every single time. With Power Automate, you can use a trigger when an email arrives in your Outlook that has attachment from a specific sender or with a specific subject line. And in action, you can save that attachment automatically to a specific folder in your OneDrive or SharePoint. Now you don't have to open your email every single time and save it to that folder. Now let's understand with this one more example for Teams notification on form submit. So, for example, your team has a Microsoft form. So, I have created this sample form for this example, and every time someone submit that form, you need the team to know. So, you can use trigger called when a new response is submitted. And in the action, you can use post a message in a team channel or a group. So this action can contain the team's ID or the channel where exactly you want to post the message. Now everyone in your team see it the moment it comes in. No one have to manually check in the form. No one misses any request. No one have to forward an email. So in this video, we discuss what exactly Power Automate is, three different types of flow and when to use one, and how exactly trigger and actions work. And we discuss three completely different use cases with basic idea which is trigger and actions. And in the next video we are going to build our first flow from scratch. And in this Power Automate series we are going to deep dive triggers, conditions, expressions, looping through records, approval workflow, team integration, and many more. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, because the next video is where we are actually going to start building Power Automate. If you have any questions about what we cover today, anything at all, drop in the comments and I'll personally reply. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.